What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video. Zoodiac's new TCG format April 1st, 2020, so Master Rule 5. As you know, we got back Trident as well in the OCG, but sadly Konami took away 2 copies of Barrage. So that's a trade-off, well, kinda expected, I guess, but sadly only one Barrage though, even though, well, this build is very similar to the build I used up a couple of weeks ago, like more of a Zoodiac stun build, although I definitely prefer this deck a lot more compared to that particular build, since the Time Thief engine definitely helps out. If you don't open with Tanky or Red Peer, since thanks to your Winder, your Time Thief, you are able to get a Zoodiac monster in the graveyard, and thus you can activate Shekani, so that's definitely an option. The thing now with Trident is that I definitely prefer the version of having access to only one Barrage, but with Trident, over a deck without, or at least with 0 Tridents and 3 Barrage, even though Barrage is a very important thing for Trident to get that pop, to get the destruction, since you definitely want to go for Ram first. You want to get Ram in the graveyard as soon as possible, preferably of course with Tanky into Red Peer, and Red Peer sending the Ram to the graveyard, and Ram with the combination of a destruction card like Trident, which again is very flexible now, or Barrage, but again Barrage not really searchable, while Trident is searchable, so that's again the advantage that a card has. So anyway, again the Winder was definitely okay, you know, just detach something that makes your Shekani life, or give you the opportunity to go for Shekani first turn, you know, like giving the, or using the effect, since again you need to have a Zoodiac monster in your graveyard for that. This was quite unfortunate. The Imperial Order eventually lost me the duel, and you'll see that, or at least you saw in the deck list, that with the Unrestriction, I guess, a limitation of Pot of Avarice, it's definitely a super staple in this deck. It's basically always live. Any Zoodiac makes Pot of Avarice live instantly. Multiple rank, at least 1 card exceed summon, so that's just far too easy, and most of the time I'm just begging to get Pot of Avarice to my hand as fast as possible. That's why I'm running only 1 combo, Zoodiac combo, the trap card. Because, well, yeah, obviously you can send it to the graveyard with your you know, like Red Peer, or if you try it, you can just attach something and it will be in the graveyard. But again, just keep your Zoodiac engine going. So the first turn Trident is cool. Oh yeah, going second here, and this is, I think, an okay opening hand, right? Okay, I do at least I'm sacrificing the what is it called? The Trident here, but it's for the good cause, going for the Mega Clops. As you know, Mega Clops cannot be destroyed, you know, like unaffected by monster effects unless it's an Exceed. And I mean, it's an okay card, but it can still be destroyed by card effects, by traps, for example. So Salamangreat Rage is definitely an easy out for that. But yeah, the Mega Clops again has the ability to attach any card from your opponent to an Exceed, like retarget one of your Exceeds in the graveyard, preferably either Shekani or Trident, and then you can special summon that Exceed and attach the targeted card from your opponent. So you can definitely pick like a back row from your opponent. But that's the problem, is again, your Mega Clops is so easy dealt with like a card like Dynamicicus, just banish it right. Then again, that's the advantage of this new Zoodiac, and the fact that we got Trident back is that basically, I mean, if you want to recover, basically any 1 card Zoodiac makes your link 3 again. Because again, Trident is somewhat searchable, and you're not depending on the non-searchable card, which was Zoodiac Barrage in the previous video a couple of weeks ago. Barrage was so important to, first of all, pop your Ram, and you know, Ram will reborn the Shekani, and Tiger Mortar will eventually attach again something to Shekani to use the effect again, to get a 3rd Exceed on the field. So the popping effect was so crucial, and now, because the deck has access to yeah, to Trident in the extra deck. It's so, like you see here, it's so easy to get the potential third Link monster on the field. So going for Shakanin here, the Trident will be the third Exceed, and there it is, like dropping the Mega Clops. First turn, I guess it's fine, although I'm not a huge fan of dropping it first turn. There might be better options like ending, as you saw, I believe it was in the first duel, where going for the double rank 4 Exceed play was good. Well, yeah, ending with the Trident, the potential pop during your opponent's turn, and another rank 4 Exceed like Dweller or the Time Thief. Definitely an option if you see. But yeah, okay, if your Mega Clops is again not surviving, it never survives, but as I mentioned before, any one card Zoo, it just helps outright if you're able to recover those graveyard pieces. And even then, I mean, you're running enough copies of Tiger Mortar and your Shakanin in your extra deck, so it's very easy to get out another Link 3 play, and that's where, you know, you can just gain advantage again. So there it is, Mega Clops again hitting the field, target the Sunlight Wolf and reborn the Trident indeed to get a potential pop during the opponent's turn. Veilings is still in the graveyard, but Foxy is activated, and as you saw, this deck is just hand trap galore. You're running so many hand traps, multiple Crows, Failures, Impermanence, Phantasme as well, because, you know, you can definitely replenish your hand with those quote-unquote dead cards. Nibiru is a given. I mean, why not, right? Ash Blossom, of course. The deck can definitely support that because of those one-card engines like the Time Thief and, of course, Zoodiac themselves. So this is the standard play. Again, Shakanin making it live, going for Mortar, maybe on something like... well, it doesn't really matter, like Shakanin and then detach something again, since Shakanin's effect is not restricted to once per turn. But it's basically getting a free body on the field. The Impermanence was crucial here, prevent the opponent from getting back Rage, and again, Rage is an easy out for Mega Clops. And now there is no out for Mega Clops. Trident survives, and dropping, or yeah, indeed, top decking the Time Thief is cool. Mega Clops attaches something, but keep in mind is that as soon as you use the attach effect, the battle damage against your opponent will be halved. So that's again something that you might forget quite quickly, right? So here again, the battle damage is halved. I still have a recovery play ready with Tornado Dragon popping the Field Spell or forcing out Failings, but again, yeah, I do have Whip Tail to attach itself to the Shakanin. I have the Trident pop still, and yeah, the replay happens, so this is again my duel, right? Tornado Dragon getting rid of the Field Spell, and this is more than enough to attack for a game. So this deck is the threat. It's cool. It's not something top tier, not tier 1. But the fact that's the big difference compared to the build I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, some time ago, without Trident, or with Trident that is, it's much easier to make your one-card combos into a Link 3. And you know, your Link 3 is your quote-unquote boss monster. And that's of course much better. So if I would pick a build like the build with 3 Barrage, no Trident, or the build with only 1 Trident and 1 Barrage, I would definitely go for the second. Having access to Trident is huge, and of course, yeah, triple Pot of Avarice is just so bonkers here in the deck. The Ash Blossom baited out with the tanky, that's cool. So normal summon red, that's the perfect scenario. Setting up Ram in the graveyard. Ram is needed. Again, you will just pop it to reborn Shakanin from the graveyard. So reborn Ram. It cannot be used as an exceed material, so that's why you're popping it with Trident. Now reborn Shakanin, somewhat sacrifice my Trident, right, but it's all for a good cause, since I will be using, if everything goes right, I'll be using the Mega Clops to reborn Trident again. Trident forced out, popping the token, getting some half battle damage, and this is where the Zoodiac trap definitely comes into play, potentially making the Trident live again during the opponent's turn. There is only 1 copy of the Zoodiac trap in my deck, not really sure if I want to make more copies, probably not, just 1 seems fine. Like, drawing it isn't really too optimal, you just wanted to send it to the graveyard with your Malmorat, that is. Or yeah, your Red Beer, right, the OCG name. Anyway, so this should be game. I think, yeah, this should indeed be game. More than enough to attack for a game. So the DD Crows definitely helped out, right? Both like hand trap galore. Last example duel going first and immediately get hit by Gamma. It cannot be stopped by Call by the Grave, so I'm forced to set it, but I still have a follow-up play ready for next turn. Most importantly, I have a Zoodiac in hand. It can be any Zoodiac, preferably of course Tanky, Ram, those two, and any Zoodiac monster in my graveyard, so that I'm able to activate Shakanin to already have a target in the graveyard. And now again, standard plays, going for Trident as well. Pop Ram, Shakanin, detach, well, attach with Mortar, detach, special summon the third Exceed, going for the Link 3 and attach of special summon your Trident to the field to get a potential destruction, and that's it. Then you're backed up with this okay field, but the fact that this deck is running so many hand traps, so many interruptions, your somewhat weak board, less interruption board is definitely justified. So keep grinding, more Exceeds, more interruptions, double Call by the Grave, DD Crow, Phantasme, Nibiru is also cool with the Link 3. Shuttle Fusion is cute, but App Cologne and, you know, I mean, I have double Call by the Grave set. App Cologne will try to negate the Trident here, definitely going to force it out to get rid of App Cologne, not giving the opponent free materials, or monster materials, or materials for Link Summons, and double Call by the Grave prevents the App Cologne from searching. I mean, it was obvious that the Shuttle Fusion was a top deck, so again, prevent Shuttles from searching out that one. So finally, rip a Pot of Avarice, hopefully get the engine going again, but again get ripped by the Ash Blossom. Always, like always, they always have Ash Blossom on your very crucial Pot of Avarice, and that might be a reason why I might contemplate on adding in Daikusto Emerald as well in the extra deck to fuel your, you know, like your main deck again, your engine, your Zoodiac engine again, but I'm not really sure about that, since getting out those rank 4s isn't too optimal, too consistent, even though you're running the Time Thief engine, but even then. So that's it. Again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions, more suggestions like Monster Reborn, Utopia package, Solemns, the Solemn Judgments. Not really sure if I would run Solemn Strike or whatever, probably not, but this deck definitely feels good. It's because of so many hand traps, so many possibilities, and Trident makes this deck so good, like obvious. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.